Trey Ford gets his first start.
The Canadian from the University of Waterloo. Ford under pressure. Yes, he can run. And running well here as he gets another Edmonton first down. Throwing touchdown for Trey Ford. His first in the Canadian Football League.
It's a big win for that young man in his first start.
I want to be a role model to Canadian quarterbacks. Just show them that you can come out here, you can compete, and you can win games.
A lot of talk about Trey Ford, justifiably so. The kid is extremely talented. That's well documented. He's a sprinter, and he's a quarterback, and he's just learning the game along with his cohort, Taylor Powell, on the other side. And what makes it difficult to defend against this kid is you're going to have to keep somebody on him, spy. And talking to Orlando Steinhauer this week, he says we're going to try to have 3 levels and mix it up. So now just having one guy getting worn out throughout the football game. And this is what Trey Ford can do to you. He can put pressure on you if you don't have your gaps. And they actually take a defensive lineman and drop him off into coverage. And it's like, thank you very much. Trey Ford says, I'll eat that all day long and exploit you. And here's another look at it. Watch the tackle drop off to your left there into coverage. Trey sees that. He knows he's got one defensive lineman to mess with. You got a gap that is not contained. He says, I'll take that all day with 4.4 speed. That's an easy first down for the young quarterback, and you have to play to his strengths. Here they have Simone Lawrence spying on him. He's in great position, but he's no match for number 2 because he'll do that to you every time. And so this is why Orlando Steinhauer is looking to get 3 levels and mix it up and have eyes to that young man all night long because he is very dangerous and he can exploit you at the drop of a hat.
Making a second start this season, the Canadian Trey Ford looks to build on a solid performance, leading the Elks to 28 offensive points and 3 TD drives against the Blue Bomb.
To go again, watch for 87. And a play fake to start. And lots of time for Ford, who dances away from Trey Crawford. He can run. He's shown that in the past, and he runs here for a first down. Ford dangerous with the legs this season. The Ticats at 3-6 from the Edmonton 44. And little quarterback draw. Ford calls his number again, and he gets it up closer to midfield.
Rally, Trey Ford.
Of across the Edmonton 50, I should say, in second down. Ford again. 3 running plays, and he picks up another first down by the looks of things. It'll be close. Richard Leonard coming in to stop him, but it looked like having to get to the 51 of Hamilton. Yes, indeed they do. So in Ticats territory, all in the legs of Ford so far.
Yeah, Rod, I was going to say 1st and 15 for this kid in his legs is no big deal. They're going to continue to play zone. He's going to take that. I love it, Rod, because you got to play these strengths. We know that is a big one for him.
3 carries, 28 yards so far. .5 for Ford and the Elks now. 3-man rush. Completes this one to Geno Lewis, his first catch since coming back off the 6-game disabled list. He was injured back in week 3 against Toronto, but it is not enough for a first down. They're still 3 yards shy.
Geno, get in the action early. Sit up there, sit underneath everything, try to split this tackle. That's exactly what you try to do. I would have picked Elliott too, as opposed to Simone Lawrence. It's a good choice for Geno Lewis. 21 for the little guy.
Now, Ford stays in. You see at a Hamilton 43, the wind, always a factor, is going against Edmonton right now. It would be a tough 50-yard try for Dean Faithful, so they're going for it instead from the Ticat 43. Ford on 3rd down. He looks deep, and it is almost caught by Eugene Lewis.
Wow, that's a play that you would think that 87 would come up with. That ball was thrown beautifully from Trey Ford. 2nd and 3, they're going for it all.
Javian Elliott there. Lewis had a shot. Couldn't come down with it. Faking it to Brooks. Rolling out to his right is Ford. And he gets rid of it. And that's Dylan Mitchell. Did he keep his feet down? Yes, Dylan Mitchell with the catch and another first down with the Elks on the move.
Yeah, and you watch Jameer Thurman mirroring Trey Ford. This is a nice catch by Dylan on the sidelines. Boom, got the foot down. Right foot was down, left foot was out of bounds. He kind of slings this. Kind of his style right there. You see his left foot, but his right foot is already down.
And of course, in the CFL, you just need one.
That's it.
So it goes to the 50 of the Ticats. So the Elks offense, they have something going again here. Early in this one, past the halfway point of the first quarter. Fake to Brooks, and dumping. Lost to the Alouettes. We get a 2nd and 9 now. Hamilton 49 for Ford. He completes that one down at about the 42. They had to get to the 40. That's Manny Arsenault, and an amazing streak continues for that great veteran. That is the 138th straight game. Of course, he's appeared, and he's missed a lot of games with injury, but 138.
Goes back to October 2010.
It does, with BC.
Yeah, and that's hard work, dedication. Gets him close to a first down. 3rd and 1 here.
Another homecoming of sorts for Trey Ford. Grew up in Niagara Falls, just down the QEW. He's got family and friends here tonight, just like last year for his CFL debut. Blitz coming, he got it away. Touchdown Edmonton. Ford just before he's hit, and look who gets it. Former Tiger Cat Stephen Dunbar in his first trip back to Hamilton after spending the previous 2 years with the black and gold. Edmonton on the board first.
Yeah, nobody in the middle. You got to take it. This is the area you want to attack because nobody's there. You're going to have one-on-one opportunity. Trey Ford reads it. Blitz doesn't get there in time. He's willing to take that shot. He lifts it over the top of Katsatanis. Dunbar says, yeah, Pressure doesn't get to Trey Ford in time. Ford just takes the shot, knows he's going to lift it. Little double move, suck him in. Ball's on time. That's a beautiful drive by Trey Ford. 5 different receivers already. 10 plays, 80 yards. Trey Ford looking like a seasoned vet out there in that drive. Yeah, this is what you got. You got this man right here and this man right here, and he's going to take him right over the top in the middle where nobody's at. Pressure doesn't get to Trey Ford in time. Ford just takes the shot, knows he's going to lift it. Little double move, suck him in. Ball's on time. That's a beautiful drive by Trey Ford. 5 different receivers already. 10 plays, 80 yards. Trey Ford looking like a seasoned vet out there in that drive.
Another appearance in Hamilton for Trey Ford with family, lots of it, and friends down the road in Niagara Falls. But 2 very important people are missing at this game tonight. Let's go down and say hello to Matthew Shinetti.
Yeah, Mom, Annika, and little girl Anas are in Edmonton right now. And, well, Trey Ford, when I spoke to him about his 8-month-old, he smiled and said, you know, the perspective I'm getting now is, yes, it's such an accomplishment to play professional football. But now that I know I have a daughter, obviously the perspective changes. And that perspective is now, listen, I want her to be involved in sports. And he talked to me, Trey Ford did, about wanting his daughter to be a tennis athlete. And then he kind of stopped and said, well, maybe it'll be another sport. But knowing that she gets to watch me and pursue my dreams, and Maddie, you and I have talked about this in terms of quarterbacks and kind of that stability of family and what that brings them. Trey Ford, and he does have, Rod, 22 people here, so many from his high school, so many from his hometown, but Mom and little daughter, he misses them very much tonight, guys.
It was a year ago on Canada Day, quite fittingly. Niagara Falls Trey Ford, the rookie out of Waterloo, got his first CFL start against the Ticats and showing off the legs. And now they got some breaks, as Matt talked about, in terms of turnovers, but he certainly did enough to help that team pick up a victory in what it must have meant to him, not just as a Canadian, but from Canadian University football. A real rarity to start a CFL game and to win it too. The most recent one before that, Greg Vavra from the University of Calgary with the Stampeders, and that was back in 1985.
And you know, Greg was briefly in camp with myself in Edmonton, and I looked at Greg Vavra and I'm going, he's my competition right there. That guy is a football player. He can sling it all over the yard. And heck, Crichton Trophy winners, those 2 guys.
And Ford is back in, and another big completion to Stephen Dunbar. The ex-Cat has a touchdown in this game, and he has that one all the way down near the Hamilton 15.
Yeah, you know that feels good on both ends. He's right here, and he's just going to the post, and this ball is going to be on the money. Woo! It's a double little move. So get some of that. He's out. Gets tracked down. Well, that's a nice move. Takes time. So you hear quarterbacks say it starts with the offensive line up front. Yeah, there you go. Takes time to do that route. Stephen Dunbar says, thank you very much. Trey Ford puts it on the money.
At the 9 now for Trey Ford. The touchdown pass in this game. And he breaks free, and he gets rid of it for touchdown number 2, Stephen Dunbar.
They're so worried about his legs, and I think they're spread out over the field, and he's so quick. and he bounces and he breaks the pocket and he finds a wide open Stephen Dunbar just sitting there. He's right here. He's going to go up here and he's going to sit down in here, and Trey's going to break contain, throw across his body for an easy 6. Here comes the player. Support on the run from Trey Ford and his legs. Tunde's going.
3-play, 66-yard drive, capped off Matty with another touchdown pass from Ford to Dunbar.
Yeah, and he's right here, and he's going to run a little back. Oh, hang on, here we go. He's going to run a little bang round underneath here. Give it to him, get underneath. Simone comes up. Really can't do anything.
Second and 13 now at the Edmonton 50.
As Trey's
Late
got
first half.
He's got
Setting up a screen there to Brown, midfield.
I really believe that Trey Ford was on his game and showed the country why is the Heck Crichton Trophy winner in 2022 in the first round, 8th player picked in that draft. Fantastic first 30 minutes of play.
Engineered a couple of touchdown drives, and here is Trey Ford now with Matthew.
Trey, how satisfying is it? Because execution takes preparation to see you guys control the time of possession, and some of those trick plays get you guys down the field.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think those trick plays, like when Taylor stepped in, he did a great job. Gave us a really big spark, another opportunity to score. But we got to still execute. We got to come out and play 4 quarters. You know, this is I feel like where we've been struggling is coming out this second half, so we're going to be ready.
I've seen some of the Ticats defenders trying to get in your ear. How do you go ahead and tune them out? Because there's some trash talkers on the other side.
Oh, yeah, they like to talk, but I mean, people like to talk. I don't have to listen, so.
And how confident do you want this team to be coming out of the locker room, given the lessons you learned last week against Winnipeg?
Yeah, I mean, I think not just last week. I think, you know, the first 8 weeks, 9 weeks we played, you know, we struggled coming out at halftime. So, I mean, we got to learn from the mistakes, and we got to come out after this and perform. So,
thanks for this.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Right to left. Trey Ford makes the handoff and lots of room to go on the bootleg. He gets across midfield and he takes it for an easy first down. And just like the first possession they had, he had 3 straight runs for 28 yards. A big one there, Matty.
Yeah, he's coming out the edge. You know, he's going to come out the backside here, and it's going to be Tunde Adeleke, who's probably one of the fastest DBs in the league. And he looks like he's running in mud, trying to track down number 2. Getting a little love from his teammates as he made that look very easy moving the sticks.
Yep, they bought that right where it was before. 2nd and 10 coming up now. 4-4 with time, and he completes it to Manny Arsenault. His second catch of the night, we mentioned.
Considering it, looks like they're going to try to run an offensive play and move the sticks.
Well, remember, going the other way in the first quarter, they got it down to the 43 against the wind and went for it and nearly had a big, on a 3rd and 3, and nearly had a big one to Eugene Lewis. So this time, with the wind, not going for a field goal, going for it on 3rd and 5 Ford. He has time. He looks deep right. Oh, and it is broken up. The intended receiver was Dylan Mitchell. He was open briefly, and then the coverage converged. Jamie and Elliott there, and so just like the first quarter, opening possession, the Elks turn it over on down.
He's right here. He's going to run a go, and the ball's got to be out. Look, Elk takes it. Least path of resistance inside. Get it out there. Get it out there. That ball hit him right between the 1 and the 7, I think. Oh, it did, right through the bread basket.
Kenneth George reached up but didn't touch it. You're right. He had a shot at this one. So a similarity with Eugene Lewis looked like he could have caught it near the goal line in the first quarter. So Ford has put it in there. Coors Light moment of chill. And on the run now is Trey Ford, getting another reprieve with Hamilton driving down, but only getting a rouge on that play, an 11-point game, and Ford using his legs well in this night.
Yeah, he is, and Simone Lawrence having a heck of a time trying to track him down. He comes off the edge and he's going, oh man, now I got to backtrack, and then he comes back.